Welcome to the Super Bowl, the Warhammer Super Bowl, that is. I've never actually been to a Super Bowl before, but if it looked anything like this, I probably would not have missed a single one. Today, Wurzog's taken Throg to Pound Town, hopefully. I am playing as the Savage Orcs, a lot of big uns, Savage Orc big uns, and Savage Orc Boar Boys. It's pretty much a full Savage Orc build. There's a few Wolf Riders and a Rogue Idol, but the main theme of this is just Wurzog's boys. On the Norskin side of things, we have a whole butt-ton of ice trolls, and Throg is leading them. Norsca does not have a caster this game, so definitely the advantage in my field there. And it looks like we got some early skirmishing going on. Those hounds are looking for an early pick, but they are not able to grab it. We've got skin wolves as well on the flanks for the Norskins. All of these ice trolls. Looks like a couple of spearmen, which is definitely going to be useful when on those flanks. Those throwing axes are going to be very, very key here. They're the thing that's going to be able to kill this rogue idol. So I've got a bunch of Savage Orc Piggins, which actually works super duper well for me. The amount of ice trolls that are on the field, this is just the perfect matchup I would like. Looks like my left flank has been caught out though. And the Beasts of Tashinar are an anti-large Wolfhound unit. They're going to make very short work of those poor Savage Orc Boar Boys. So the front lines are clashing. Rogue Idol doesn't exactly want to take a fight with the trolls. He is an anti-infantry unit, but Throg has got it hard for him. Look like we're gonna get him slamming down on these marauders here. Him and Throg both slapping down. Beautiful. Front lines officially met. Savage Orc Boy Boys are coming in. The Skin Wolves are trying to intersect that, but they're gonna be able to start dealing a bunch of damage to those ice trolls. We can see we've got an effigy to get coming down. It's mainly the spears I'm trying to get rid of here. I'm coming in with a nice side charge from these other Savage Orcs. Probably a little preemptive here. I'm about to deal a lot of damage to my own cavalry units. But big foot of Gork, and that left flank is about to rout. Really, really, really good for me. Those Savage Orc Boar Boys are definitely going to be able to clean up most of what's on that end. It looks like those ice trolls are already terrified or just routing. Savage Orc Boy Boys are going to try and catch them. However, those throwing axes, the hunters at least, are going to be able to keep him off that. So it's not quite a rout fest that I have just yet. Rogue Idol and Throg go in fisticuffs with each other. Throg is definitely out of his weight class, but he is an anti-large duelist, so he's definitely trading up here. It's probably the fight he wants, and it's definitely, I think, paying for my opponent. My left flank is pretty much completely lost, but on the right flank, I think I'm doing a lot better. I've got well, not most, but a lot of my infantry still left. Looks like I was able to take care of some Norskin Warhounds on this side, and we're bringing in back the skirmishers. They're going to hopefully be able to do a bunch of damage to Throg. But I was trying to keep these ice trolls from coming back from routing. On some ends, I'm able to do that, but as you could see, they were able to come back over there as well. The Skin Wolves are going to be chased all the way off the map, and I'm doing a pretty good job of just keeping these Norskin units running. I don't want them to come back from route, because if they do, it's going to become that much harder for me to actually close out a win. Throg is hitting him in the back, and the Rogue Idol's having none of it. He just squashes him, shoves him right into the dirt. Well, we got this cohort of hounds coming, the Beasts of Tashinar with their anti-large. They're going to come in and try and pin and hopefully start wrecking this Rogue Idol. Those hunters with the throwing axes are coming in, and they're going to start throwing in a ton of damage. That is armor-piercing volleys, which is pretty much the bane of Rogue Idols. They have such a large hitbox, they can't dodge projectiles at all. So that's going to be a pretty rough fight for the Rogue Idol there. He's in the center. We're trading shots. I've got my skirmisher shooting in, but I don't think that's exactly going to be an engagement that I'm winning on. So it looks like we're able to run everything off. We're hopefully going to be bringing in a bunch of our units back. But as you can see, the HP bar on that that Rogue Idol is starting to sink. A bunch of rocks are breaking off. The weapon strength is probably increasing, but in this scenario, it's not going to be too useful because just being surrounded by ice trolls and those armor-piercing volleys are taking him off the map very, very quickly. We've got a nice charge coming in from the side here. Some units are marauders coming back to the field. They're not going to be able to stick around. A rear charge is going to be really nice. Hopefully get them routing soon again. I've got Wurzog headed back. And my hope is that I can keep my opponent here, but the Rogue Idol does go down. Which is going to cause it's going to be a little problematic for me, because that was probably my centerpiece unit there. Luckily, I still have plenty on the field to deal with it. It does look like the balance of power is in my favor. Throg can't catch those skirmishers. Skin Wolves are going to give it a shot. And we're about to trade some volleys here. My opponent has not moved his forces, and I'm really gonna see if I can catch something here with Wurzog. We're gonna see if an FEG they get comes down. I'm gonna move in those hounds because I don't want any of the enemy moving here. FEG get sitting on those trolls. And I'm just pretty much sacrificing this skirmisher unit. Let's see how much damage we get. This is gonna be a huge foot of Gork. Absolutely insane. A brain burster right behind it, and that may have sealed the deal for Norsca. I just got rid of both those armor-piercing volleys. It would have been great if I could have gotten rid of them before the Rogue Idol was gone. However, that has been removed from the field, and that looks like some trolls are running too. And I have all of my units coming back. They were chasing things off, and they were coming back to get some revenge. Wurzog is getting tickled real hard here. Throg wants revenge. He did not like that foot of Gork. Definitely not a fight Wurzog wants, but he's got tons of reinforcements. The green tide, the Savage Orc tide is coming in, and this is going to be a mess for Norsca here. They don't have pretty much any infantry support left. The hounds are definitely there, but they're not going to be able to soak up damage. Beasts of Tashnar are great, but there's not a ton of anti-large, or at least large opponents for them to attack. Maybe that one Savage Orc Boar Boy. But this is pretty much the last stand on the Norskins. This has been a super duper fun battle so far. I very much enjoyed this one. Absolutely getting hammered Wurzog is. He's got to get out of there. Looks like he's going to stick to the fight though. A nice brain burster coming in from behind. Trying to rout those Norskin hounds off for good. Looks like things are lagging up. I do not know why stuff has gotten so laggy. Well, that's not ideal. I wonder if a download started on this part of the recording. I was trying something a little bit different today. I've recorded the video and I'm voicing over it afterwards. Let me know if that sounds any better. But we are going to take the victory. I think the fact that Norsca didn't bring a caster was really the big major downfall. Super ballsy though. I loved the build. Wurzog getting tons of value. The Rogue Idol not too much, but pretty much everything else here has paid for itself, if not more so. Savage Orc army. Definitely fun, not meta though. These trolls did not pay for themselves very well. They needed more, I think, infantry support. They need to be mixed in with infantry to make that work. But the rest of this, nothing too impressive. So either way, different style of recording this day, this game. Let me know if you liked it, and thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you later.